Um, the hole cannot be placed lower than this, because less than this distance to the edge of the garment is also not considered to be a corner of the garment. So too close is not the corner. So corner is as our sages describe. But beneath the corner, interesting. Placing tzitzis into this hole would not fulfill the requirement of tying tzitzis onto the corners of their garment. So too high is not good, and too low is also not good. Okay, commentary number 30. This applies only when the first time of the tzitzis into the corner. CCF4. Regarding the case when the tzitzis were affixed properly, and then the hole become enlarged. So which is that's exactly the reason why if we should buy the quality tzitzis and make sure that all of the corners are reinforced, right? So basically, they say if this and they have all of this like stitches like around the hole. So if they don't, okay, so if they don't, there is a problem. The problem is that this material can tear, right? And meaning what that the tzitzis are going to slide down, right? Which is also very possible, right? But they say in this case it's possible to fix. You just sew whatever like whatever the tear, and there is no problem. Why? Because they were when we tied them, they were tied properly, and now some problem developed, but we can always fix the problem. Okay, continue. By the way, we're going to speak about it in CF number 6. This measure takes into account only area of the garment itself when it is lying flat. Okay, so very interesting. Therefore, page 71 on top. If the hole was appropriately distant from the end of the garment, except that through the tightening of the knot of the string of the tzitzis, right, of the tzitzis string, the edge of the towel's garment become wrinkled, so that now there is a less than the minimum measure between the hole and the end of the garment. It is nevertheless valid, for the measurement applies only to the surface area of the garment itself. So the same way we went leniently when in the case where it was the hole was a little further from the corner, from the edges, and we say just tie a little tighter, so it's going to wrinkle the garment, and even though like if it would lay flat, it would be much not whatever. It's going to be further that maximum distance, right? That is allowed, the thumb width, right? But we said since this knot may make the towel wrinkle, so now like under like for if you measure from the corner until the what is it the hole, it's actually correct measurement. And same we say here, right? If it was like the distance from the hole to the corners was correct, 100%, no problem whatsoever. And now they tie the tzitzis, and now it wrinkles the garment, so it looks like it's now less than the minimum amount. So they said there is no problem, because we go by leniency in that opinion, and leniency in that case, and leniency in this case. So Baruch HaShem, so we have these things, and I think it's many times it is a problem when you wear the tzitzis like for a long time. So and then looking at my tzitzis, so it's like the garment itself like bent in a corner, right? So it's for sure it's less. For sure it's less than minimum amount. But if you straighten it out, so it's going to be exactly like exactly good measurement. Okay. So that's good. Good to know. Okay, so let's finish this and we stop. So it says, regarding the thread that are sometimes left at the edge of the talus garment, that not woven into talus, there is a doubt if they are to be taken into account in this measurement of the corner, both with regard to the minimum distance and from the end of the thumb joint, and with regard to the maximum distance, 3 thumb joint, 3 thumb breadths. Sorry, three thumb breadths. Okay, so we're talking about some kind of threads. I mean, at the end of the garment. So today, with our garments, we don't have problem because they, I think, like they bend it and they stitch it to the end, so we don't have this extra material like hanging there. So it's much easier today. Therefore, it is necessary to cut off these threads. So I mean, that's unfinished material. That's what it is. It's threads, right? Threads at the end of the garment before the tzitzis are tied into the garment. 31 commentary. It is important. So basically, it's don't leave this extra material hanging. This extra extra things sticking out, extra threads, right? So don't put yourself in this doubtful situation. The commentaries say it is important that they be cut before the tzitzis are tied into the garment. So basically, like they bend into, like inside and just stitch it. That's the simple solution to the issue. Right? It is improper that it is important that they cut before the tzitzis are tied into the garment. So before we make a hole, so make sure that this talus is 100% ready. For if when the tzitzis were tied into the hole was past the maximum distance, right? I mean, including this extra sticking out threads. So the hole was past the maximum distance from the end, including this thread, and then he cut them. He cut them, putting the hole now within the appropriate distance. The tzitzis would remain invalid because of the rule which mandates that tzitzis must be valid in a time of time. So basically, what he's saying, so we have these threads, right? So they did not bend like inside and stitch. So these threads sticking out, and when he tied them, it was more than maximum requirement, maximum allowed distance from the corner. And now, like he cut them off, right? All of the sticking threads, and it's now after he cut them off, it's perfect measurement to the distance. But we say it's that it isn't valid because in the beginning it was not made properly. Okay, almost done. With regard to the talus katan, some have a custom to make 2 holes adjacent to each other in the form of the Hebrew vowel tzarei. Okay, tzarei. And they insert the tzitzis string into both of the holes so that they hang the outside of the talus. So basically, when we go to buy tzitzis, right, to buy talus, big talus, or this or a small talus katan, so they always ask you how many holes. So you need to know how many holes. For example, I wear 1 hole, but some people prefer 2 holes. It depends on the tradition. So our tradition is 1 hole. Okay, so we can stop here and finish the seer.